we are back and we are on video number 10 now. Yes, this is 10 videos. Some of them shorter, some of them longer. We've reached to the point where I'm going to actually finish the code today. Finish the code. And the code is going to be ready to paste. So by the time this video is finished, we'll be able to paste the code in the document. And then we'll be ready to do the test plan, take screenshots. Basically the easy part, which is also the hard part because it's a lot of documentation, but we've done all the hard work and now our job is to prove that this IA meets all the requirements of Cape IA, right? We go into the code and according to the syllabus, we have met all our functional requirements. We could delete the record, we could search by name, we could request a stable report, request a worded report. We also have other reports, display the reports in alphabetical order. We have that because we've sorted it. We have the user interface sorted out. We have efficient searching algorithm. We have clear report layout. We have sort patients by ID in database. The only thing we didn't do a little extra on is user input validation. We have user input validation from the previous IA, which we did in Unit 1. But now we added in a lot of new stuff. So we most likely have to go through that and find user input validation points, put in some while loops, put in some printfs just to let people know, okay, when you enter information, you have to make sure that it is correct, right? So let's go into that. Okay, so for user input validation, what they basically want is they want us to sort of tell the user when they're doing something wrong. If we ask for a number, when they didn't put in a number, it was out of the range or anything like that, we have to make sure that we check through. So let's go through the code and see if we need any user input validation. I will start with the main, which we have already. User input validation for the main is starting off by saying, please enter a password. If the password is wrong, it will tell you the password is incorrect, and it will keep asking you for the correct password. Cool, no problem. That validation is good. Read data and bubble sort, we don't need any validation there because there's no validation. Menu, we have the menu. While option is not equal to 0, it will read through everything, and if it's not, it will tell you there is an error. No, we don't have a validation for the menu. So let's put in a quick validation for the menu. So while option is not equal to 0, we're going to put in else if no, we have you've entered an invalid option. So that's validation there. No, that's for 2. No, we don't have any actual validation for the menu. Just have if option is 5, if option is 4. Okay, so we put in the next if before we call the menu again to put some validation for this, because input validation doesn't have to go for every single thing, but you should put input validation on the most common things or the most used things or the high priority stuff, which definitely is the menu, right? Definitely would be the menu. So we say if option is greater than 6 or less than 0, printf, you have entered an invalid option, and you have entered an invalid option. Please try again. Yep. So let me enter an invalid option, please try again, and then we call back the menu. So now we have a little validation where if the person puts in the passcode properly, person puts in the passcode 1111, and then we ask them to enter a menu option and they put 9, it should tell them you've entered an invalid option, please try again. Ooh, but it didn't do it, it went straight to the menu. Yeah, we have a problem there because it's going to clear, the menu is going to clear immediately. Okay, I might have to put in time.h. I'll put in time.h, I'll be able to give me like a pause. Pause for a few seconds. Sleep function. Yeah, I could put in sleep. So to get this pause, I have to import in hashtag include time.h. Right, so when you include time.h, you can just call a delay function for 1 second. So I'm going to put the delay at the bottom of the main. So I have to put all of this in curly brackets. Right, and then I could call delay for 2 seconds and then show it. Okay, so let's try it. Run. 1 1 1 1. And enter 9. No, it's just going. Oh, if I do time.h, I have to create a delay function. Okay, this is totally optional. You don't have to do this. If you want to, you could not put this in. But I'm going to put in a delay function right underneath the password and call it void delay int sex. So this code is going to int end is equal to time 0 plus seconds, and then while time is less than 0 end. Yeah, so this function, its job is to pause for a particular amount of seconds, right? So look at it carefully. You don't need to understand exactly what's going on. It basically calls any time function at any amount of seconds that you send, and then it will pause until you reach the end of the amount of seconds that you put in. So let's run 1 1 1 1. And if I enter 9, if I enter 7, okay, it says you have, right, so it's showing it by taking too long. So I'll probably put like, it's probably microseconds or milliseconds. So let me put like 20. Run again.
Have you ever tried to order something online using a Visa debit card but you can't? Is shopping online something you always do already using a Skybox, but sometimes you need advice on knowing what to buy or what will work? I'm Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT, and we aim to make technologies that solve problems in a Caribbean context. So we created Order It. What is it, you ask? What is Order It? It's an app and a website that helps you order it in 2 ways. The first way is if you already order things online. You're familiar with using a Skybox, you're familiar with using a credit card, but sometimes you don't always have answers to certain questions, like which laptops will get a warranty in Trinidad, which phones will work on the digital network or the mobile network. So our app helps you order it. Every product that we list in the app, we will let you know the truth based on the experience of 20 years of ordering things online and using various Skyboxes in Trinidad and Tobago. So here are some of the questions that the app answers for you based on the products that we list. What are the taxes? Why does it cost so much when I actually get it? What is dimensional weight? All these questions and more we answer in the app because we want to help you order it. All you have to do is simply pick from our list of recommended items that we know and trust because we've ordered it already. Follow through the payment process. We'll order it and we can even have it delivered to you. So why don't you give it a try? Search for Order It by makeITsimpleTT in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can even go online to orderit.makeITsimpleTT.com and check and see if we could answer some of your questions and help you in the process of ordering it.
Okay, we'll come back to this delay. The point is, you have entered an invalid option. Please try again, and a delay, right? That is one error trapping there. Okay, now let's see what else we need to trap for errors. Do we have an error trap for if the file is empty? Did we put error trap there for reading the file? Read data, yes, we do have an error trap. So if the file is empty, it should say the file doesn't exist. Please check the file. All that we have tested last year. What's the new stuff that we put in? We put in the new stuff for the reports. Yeah, okay. If report choice is that, then we put invalid choice. Yeah. Did we put in anything else that needs an error trap? Nope. We did over the reports. We did the delete patient. We printed the reports. Yeah, I think we put in all the error trap in while we were coding. Yeah, the only one we didn't put in was the one for the main, which is the while loop. That says you have entered an invalid option. Please try again. But it's not staying on the screen because. Alright, so instead of the delay, I don't know how to do it without scanf, so I will not fight it. Okay, so that's there. So go to our code now, and we see that we have user input validation for everything that matters. All of the input validation is there, and we have all of the invalid options, not invalid options. So the point is we could prove that we have dealt with the invalid options issue. We could prove that. Now it's time for documentation, because after all the functional and non-functional requirements are done, yay, we've done all the functional and non-functional requirements. Now we have to go down to code achieves functionality. Code achieves functionality is you have to show that screenshots your code does the following. Documentation exists in the code. Okay, we don't need to show everything. And error trapping. So do we have proper documentation for everything? Let's see, prototyping all the functions. We just start structure, yeah, password, delay. This is to add a pause to some messages. Right. Read data, we have comments for that. Welcome, we have comments for that. Basically, you want to go through all of your functions and check to see if each one of the functions has some sort of comment. I'll leave in this comment inside here for this old search function because I want to show them that we had a linear search, but we updated it to a binary search. Search patient. This search is a binary search that returns an index. Or -1 if it doesn't exist. Right, we continue. Everything has comments. Critical report, no. Filters out. Critical patients. And prints to the file with a set format. Right, and probably want to take this same line here and put it worded. Filters out the worded patients. Print stuff file with the set format, and this one is stable. Filters out the stable patients. And print stuff file with set format. And then care. No, yeah, right there. So that function is labeled delete patient. We didn't label this one. This searches for a patient. By ID and deletes the patient. Right, every function has some comments that we need to put, and we don't need to put comments inside every single thing. Update patience. Did we prototype every single function? I don't think we did. Let me see. Did we prototype delete patient, search for patient by name, serial report, word report, critical report, update patients, reports? Yeah, I think we prototyped everything. Search for patient by name, search for patient, yeah. Alright, everything is prototyped. And so that tells us now that we have documentation for the things that matter. We have error trapping, we have correct output, meaning all the things that we need to see are being said, shown. Reporting, the file is doing what it's supposed to do. Code response to design, show that the design specifically the menu and the layout, we've done all of that. Now, okay, so now it's time for us to put the code inside and then update the algorithm. So we copy all of this code and then we go into our code section that just says code. Paste the code here and it must be clear. So I'll leave this as the in the guide, because remember this PDF will be in the app. So I put in that to red, and now I'm going to paste the code. And all the code has been pasted. The problem is the format of the code has taken on the word processor. So we now need to go and use the extension that we know. Wow, this is a lot. Oh, wow, I went too far. Code. Right, so we pasted the code. Right, all of that, student name, school, date finished, all that stuff, we will pull that in. Right, so extensions, we're going to extensions and we're going to the code blocks extension. Start the code blocks extension and it will ask you how you want to prepare the language. Is C. If you don't see C, it might be C, CPP. Take CPP and then you choose a format and then you put format. And then it should, it should format it to a way that's easier to understand. Whatever format you choose, it will try to fit everything inside. Now the size might be a little problem. So you might want to drop the size from 12 to like 11 or 10. Why you want to make sure that the size is small is because you need to make sure that some of the things will have a character return and it'll go over the line. And because it's going over the line, you don't want that. You want it to be clear for the examiner, but you don't want it to be too small. So what we'll try to do is we just modify the font size a little bit to make some of the lines readable. So look for, say for example, this line here. Thank you for using your program. Have a nice day. We want to take it out smaller, so we just drop the font size. Yeah, 10 should be okay. 10 should be okay. Based on the things that you have printed. Yeah, 10 is acceptable. Because you can clearly see the layout of the logic and you can see the code, you can see the comments, you can see that a function was left out. Yeah. Alright, so you can highlight it and change the font size to 10. And that's it, your code is inside. So now that your code is inside, what we have to do now is we have to go and modify the algorithm to match this code. So we have to get last year's algorithm. But what you don't want to do is you want to take this C, you don't want to take this C and then try to paste it in your algorithm section. And lose marks. So by algorithm design, the algorithm should be same sequence of your code, but it should not be a carbon copy of your code. This is very, 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 very important because they will penalize you really badly if your code looks anything like C. So it's supposed to look nothing like C. So what I have to do is I have to find the old code. No, the old I. I'll be right back. Sorry to interrupt the video, but this is future me talking to you while you're watching this. And if you are struggling with a certain part of your IA or you just need some way to check over your IA, we do personal one-on-one IA classes. So if you want your IA to get a check over, just to make sure you have all the requirements on the maps, makeITsimpleTT.com/register. Okay, cool. Back to the video. Alright, so I found the old IA, which is here. Last year's IA. And now I'm gonna find the pseudocode and jack this pseudocode. All the way down, because we're taking the same pseudocode. This is what I put so much effort in last year or last time to make sure that it has a proper layout. And we're just going to take this, jack the pseudocode, and put it inside here, algorithm design. Paste it there. Right. Now we have to go through this with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that it matches our code, which is going to be difficult. Now there are certain things that you have to do in your code that you don't have to do in the algorithm. So declaring variables you have to do, but you don't have to do prototyping. So we don't have to prototype the function, so we don't need to put that inside. We have defined max as 100 and actual size is 0, which we have. And we name it max size here. Alright, we have the password function right after that. Yes, correct. So the password function should be the same, nothing new there. Maybe I should put it. Yeah, that's not with this. I find it spaced out too much because I don't like the fact that I double spaced. I probably shouldn't have done that. Actually, no, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, right. So because it's double spaced, I don't like how it's looking. So I go and single space it. So I think it will be a little more condensed and it'll be easier to follow. To me, it'll be a little more easier to follow. So let's change the line spacing and change it to single. Yeah, I find single line spacing all better. Right. Okay, so we go back to the top. We declare the stuff, then we have the password function. Function name, password, inputs none, output 1 or 0. Good. What's the next function? Read data. Is that what we have there? Oh, we have the delay function. So before read data, we put in a delay function. So I'll take this from here, and I'll just put it in. Even though we didn't use the delay in any big way, let's call it the before the welcome screen. Alright, so this is the only time I put in delay. I put in the C because I could modify this here. So I'll just put the comment for it, delay function, and we'll name the function delay. This may seem very lame to you, but I promise you, trainers lose marks for this. Take out the curly brackets, no curly brackets. Everything is start and stop. And we just say in inputs, integer, a time value, outputs, none. Alright, so we say nothing comes in, something comes in, nothing goes out. and it will just say end is equal to time while time is less than end, right? So there's nothing we could do here because it has to call the time.h library. But we have it as start and stop, and we didn't put curly brackets. Good. What else did we do? Read data. Did we update the read data? Nope. The read data is the read data. That works properly. Did we update the welcome? Yes, we updated the welcome. We have some lines in between. So all them user interface changes that we made, we had to put them in. Function menu, function welcome, right? So we don't have print welcome to the program anymore. We have some more stuff. So we take out the printfs. So everything that's printf, we change that to print. We take out the backslash n's because we don't want them to know that we were using C. Take out the quotation marks. And we take out the brackets and the semicolons. And put the quotation marks. You notice how they give you the quotation marks we have here, different from the quotation marks we have there, you know. I don't know why it's giving you the quotation marks so stupid, but I guess that's just how that's how Google Docs want to do it. Yeah. So they're supposed to have open quotations and close quotations, but they did it now. Probably when you only have a space right here. Right. So you see the user interface stuff? We have to put that in, and you got to make sure that it matches your code. Then we have this one, welcome to the hospital patient database. We have our printf, and then we have all the information going from one line to the other. I'm just going to take this part here and so start, take out the printf, put that as print, and do the same thing. Put it up like that. Like that, and then print some lines, make sure no backslash n's exists, because that's where you will lose the marks. Right. At this point, I just gone fast forward because this is just you taking the stuff that you changed and you're putting it in your menu. So all the stuff that we changed is, we changed our printf there. So I'm going to have to do this for the rest of the code. Anywhere that I had a change, especially user interface or adding in a new function, I have to put in the information for the function, just like how pseudocode is supposed to accept it. And we'll accept the information. So all this patient information here, all of the things that were put in. I changed the search, so I'm going to have to put any binary search inside, but I don't need to do that in a video to show you that you have to do it. You're going through all your code and you're making sure that this code here and the algorithm match up sequence for sequence, meaning choice for choice. Every single thing that is done, it must match up. And once it matches up, you should be okay with the algorithm design. All right. So once we finish the algorithm design, the next video will be to do the testing, which I will take the exact same test plan that I had inside this thing here, test one. I take test one, I show the prints, the data shown. The exact same test plan will be used However, I'm going to have to put new print screens because my print screens are different now because we have a new user interface. So you can't take the exact test plan from last year. You can take the exact table, which will be this table here, but we have to do brand new print screens because our program has changed a lot. And then last year, in the last one, we did 7 tests, but now we have to do some more tests because we have some new things to test for, which namely would be we tested the menu, tested the add patient, search function. We'll have to test the search function because there's a new search function. Actually, no, the search function is the same because it's a binary search, but there's no difference. We'll prove that somewhere. And then we'll test the printing reports, but we'll have 3 reports to test this time. And we'll have to test the sorting. We have to show that it is sorting. So yeah, last year I had 7 tests. We probably have like 11 or 12 tests this time. And then after we do that test plan, we will go into all the different sections and then just put print screens to prove everything. So where you see code response to the design and code achieves functionality, we'll have so much print screens inside here to show everything, and then we should be done. So this should be the second to last video where we've done all the code or everything is on the inside. I'm not going to like spend a whole half an hour watching, like making you sit down, watch me make our algorithm match back to the words. You understand the concept already, which is name it the way that it's supposed to be named. That is good. So next video, we should be done with this IA and I should finish the document and everything. And then we'll just go through documentation. So next one is test plan, print screens, documentation, and we done. So don't forget to download the Learn It app. That's where you'll get this PDF. makeITsimpleTT.com/learnit. That will give you the videos in chronological order, and it will also give you the PDF, and you'll be able to watch the PDF at any point in time and follow along and help you with your IA. So I'll see you all in the next video, and woof, I'm getting kind of emotional now that I'm almost finishing this series. Now that this series is like coming to an end, I feel like a weight is coming off my shoulder because, fun fact, this took me 2 years, 2 different seasons to do. I started it in 2022. Yeah, I started in 2022, but then I ran out of time. And then I basically had it sitting down for a whole year, and now in 2023, I'm finishing it off. It's kind of surreal. Anyhow, no time for crying. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to leave a comment or anything, or say nice things about it. Actually, I don't care if you say nice things about it. Please go and get one and let everybody know that you use my videos.